Sun's a little bright. This is by request. There's a Maxim magazine article it's circulating around the internet that basically, states from a number of different studies that women find a guy who's married or taken as more attractive. All right. So yeah, that's 100% true. They've done that study. They've replicated that study in different ways a number of times. So the question is, why is that? Well, the answer is really simple, and it's called social proof. Okay. So women rely more heavily on social proof to gauge whether a guy is attractive or not, more so than guys do. You have to understand why that is. It's because of something called hypergamy. All right. And we'll say this too. First of all, the brain uses shortcuts. So this is why first impressions, for example, are so important. This is why we have inside the box thinking, more or less. Because once we see something and, we get an impression of what that thing is, we immediately assume that that's what it is all the time. It's a efficient way of operating and surviving. If we sense something in our environment that looks like it could be dangerous because it was dangerous before, then we don't have to think that through or question it or whatever. We can react more quickly to information when we use shortcuts in our brain. And so it's a survival mechanism that is developed among human beings across both genders. So what women are looking for, however, is to mate with the best sexual option that she has and can secure. All right, so she wants to mate with the best sexual option. Well, a shortcut to, and that's where hypergamy, by the way, that's basically what hypergamy is she's looking to always be to mate or have babies with the best option she can have a baby with. All right, and so she is always looking outward for that. Even if she's in a committed relationship, it's just that you hope if the committed relationship is going well, that her outward looking will, just cause her to look right back at her partner, which of course, much of the time that doesn't happen. But, they're always looking to level up that situation, to be with the best sexual option. And so what's a brain shortcut to determining that is whether other people desire that person. Okay, it's that simple. So, if someone's married, has a wedding ring, if somebody's, taken, they'll automatically perceive that guy as more sexually attractive than if he was single. She might not, more from a morality perspective, consider him an option, but, she still finds him more attractive because other people have desired him. And so the more, even if the more desirable you are by others, the more sexually attractive a woman is going to see you, And so that is just that social proof shortcut in the brain. Because guys aren't hypergamous, we look to spread seed amongst a bunch of different women. We're not always leveling up, right? So because of that, social proof is much less of an influence for us. You know what I mean? And as to whether or not we'll consider a female attractive. I'm not saying it's zero influence, but it's certainly much less. Whereas for a female, if a guy is not considered attractive by anybody else, like there's zero social proof of his attractiveness, then she won't, she will, her hindbrain will not really trigger arousal signals for him. She just won't see it. You know what I mean? Regardless of, what he actually looks like and actually behaves like. So that's it. That's the reason. It's not any moral judgment against women. It's not this terrible bad thing. It's just simple biological facts. Social proof indicates that somebody is of higher value. So in females, because of the mating strategy that, the female mating strategy, Females rely more heavily on social proof to determine a man's attractiveness than males do, which is why these studies bear out the way that they do. So there's your answer. That's simple. And hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, thanks.